Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I hope that you're well because I have got a video for you. I am so excited to be sharing with y'all the new Finding Ferdinand and Kackie Apres ski collection. The collection features 3 beautiful lip glosses. We've got 3 cream blushes here as well as 2 cream blush adjusters, which I know sounds really cool and unique, so we will get to those in just a moment. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that you need to know about this collection. We're gonna go through and do face swatches of every single shade in multiple ways. We're going to be doing lip swatches of the lippies. We're gonna do comparison swatches of every single blush that Finding Ferdinand has in comparison to these new ones, so you can see if they're actually bringing something new to your collection. As far as quality goes, Finding Ferdinand has quickly become one of my favorite indie brands, and their blushes are my favorite cream blush formula on the market, hands down, without a doubt. I feel like that means a lot coming from me because I love cream blushes, but this collection launches on February 1st at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And Finding Ferdinand did give me a discount code for y'all. It is just AMYLOVESmakeupofficial. I know that's a little bit longer than my typical AMYLOVES, but they created the code. I believe it saves you 20% off this collection, so definitely make sure to throw that in the promo code box when you're checking out. So I think that's the intro. If you are ready to see all of the beautiful berry tones of Apres ski, let's jump on in. All right, y'all, so let's start off with the 2 adjuster shades. These are supposed to be more subtle and just more sheer if you're wearing them on their own because they are adjusters. They're meant to be toppers, but I figured we could try out Chilled, which is going to make the shades more cool on one side. We can try out Cozy, which is going to make the shades a little bit more warm on the other side. Just see what they look like on their own. And then for every single swatch after that, we're gonna go ahead and do the shade on both of the cheeks, and then we'll try what it looks like with Chilled on top. We'll try what it looks like with Cozy on top so that you can see every single combo and how they look on fair skin. Like I said, I want this video to be everything you need to know, so let's go ahead and jump on in. So here's what Chilled looks like. You can see she's just a cool, like, berry-esque tone, and there's a quick little swatch. I mean, I can definitely feel a slight difference in texture. It's a little more sheer, a little less like super warm and silky. I am using my BK Beauty 112 brush today just because it's really good for more precise application, and I've just been enjoying it recently for cream blushes. So here is what Chilled looks like. Okay, so you can definitely see the color on my cheeks. It's more sheer. It is a different formula than their typical blushes, so just keep that in mind. It also looks to be just a little bit less glowy. It's a really soft purple. It's supposed to give you like that chilled, like just been out in the cold kind of look, which I love. Like, that's my favorite thing with blushes. I love a red blush. I love a pink blush, just depending on your skin tone. I love that naturally flushed look. So there you have it. On its own, it is very subtle, very soft. I feel like if you're someone who likes like the teensiest, tiniest amount of pigmentation to your blush, you might enjoy this, but I think I'm going to enjoy it more as an adjuster, especially since, like, I don't know that I've ever seen another brand do that. I just think it's such a cool concept. So here is Cozy. Again, we've got a berry tone, but she's a little bit more warm. And here is what she looks like. I mean, you can definitely see the sheerness, but that looks so cute. It just looks like the most beautiful soft pink. And you guys know pink blushes just make me feel some type of way, so here we have it. Oh, that's so pretty. I feel like it's a little bit less glowy than their normal blush formula. The difference is subtle. Like, I feel like the purple versus the pink, I'm really curious to see it on top of the other shades. I could definitely see myself using this one on its own when I'm wanting more of like a super soft, natural look. I'm not wanting my blush to be like front and center. Now let's move on to the blushes. Okay, so we have Sunrise here, which is the lightest intensity blush. And these are all supposed to be like pinky, berry-esque, like winter tones. Ooh, this shade is giving, I just had a first date and I went home and told everyone that I know that I found the person I'm gonna marry. Like, love at first sight. Love at first swatch. Obsessed. She is doing it for me. Like, I feel like it's like pinky, but neutral at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and throw her on both cheeks, like I said. That's so pretty. I do feel like it's looking less glossy than normal, like a little less glowy. And Kackie said in their video that they slightly changed the formula to make it more stable for people who are in hot environments, because the Summer Abroad collection, some shades came a little crazy. I know my corals, they looked like a lot, but I wasn't mad at it, and I love the formula. I love that like softer glowy look. So I'm kind of a little sad. I'm like, I want the glow, but I'm like, is it the brush that I'm using? Like, let me try a different brush and just see. We'll go in with my F03 from Cinch Beauty, because she's a really good one. See if the finish is changing at all. No, I think it is just a touch less glowy. So I feel like that could be good or bad depending on who you are. For me, I love the glowiness because I feel like it's giving an all-in-one blush. Like, I don't even feel like I need to reach for a bronzer. I don't feel like I need to reach for highlighter. I just throw it on and I love it. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't feel like it's the brush. I think it's definitely a slight change in the formula, but I love that color. So now let's go ahead. Maybe we'll just use the F03 for the adjusters instead of like having to clean my brush back and forth every single time. So going into the shade Cozy, which is the more pinky warm tone on top of Sunrise. Let's see. That says Cozy, right? Yes. I mean, it definitely is just bringing that like pinky tone out a little bit more. It's looking more vibrant. That's super, super cute together. And I actually feel like it's looking a little more glowy as I'm building Cozy on top. So I like that. I do like it. I cannot lie. And then going into the shade Chilled on the other side for obviously more of those like purpley tones. I think it's really fun to do this and get to see like just how different they end up looking with the adjuster. Yeah, it's almost just like it's the shade that it is, but just amplified a little bit. Like the purple tone is just like layering really pretty on top. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference. There is Sunrise Chilled and Sunrise Cozy. Double thumbs up. That's so corny, but I love it. I love it. Those are my tones. Okay, here we have the medium intensity blush, which is called High Noon. Ooh, she's so pretty. So it's like another beautiful, like rich pink, but it has a little bit of like a berry tone to it. Okay. That's super cute. I'm just kind of blending with my finger just to see like the tone a little bit more diffused. It's giving wearable Barbie. Barbie goes on a ski trip. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and again throwing that on. Definitely you can tell it has a little bit more depth to it, a little bit more pigment. But I could definitely see myself reaching for this kind of color very easily. And I feel like Finding Ferdinand's blushes are just, they're that girl. Like if you want to have a sheer blush, you can go in with a little bit and really blend it out to your heart's desire. Make it very fair skin friendly. I've used like their deepest blushes possible very lightly and made them work, but I also feel like they're very buildable. Like you can get an intense pigmented look if you so desire. So again, it's just like a little bit more of a medium pink. I don't know that you would like necessarily need both of these. They're giving like slightly different vibes, but I feel like if it was me, I would probably, well, if it was me, I'm obsessed with Finding Ferdinand, so I would probably buy everything. But if it was me being a little bit more budget conscious, I would probably pick the blush that like works best for you and then go with the adjusters to change it depending on the vibes. So super, super pretty. Oh, I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to do it on both cheeks. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit warmer with Cozy. Just gonna pop that right on top. Okay, yeah, I mean, it definitely looks even more vibrant. That is giving like the perfect winter flush. Now going into Chilled, making High Noon a little bit more purple. Let's see. Again, it makes it a little bit more glowy, but ooh. If you're into a brighter purple, those two together, that is stunning. I do feel like the pink looks more natural on me, but I feel like the purple like makes my heart happy. So there is High Noon Chilled and High Noon with Cozy. Okay, now we have the Deep Intensity blush. This is Dusk. It's more of like this like rich kind of reddy wine berry tone. Okay. Super, super cute. Again, I just love how like, I feel like it's pink, it's berry, but in the prettiest way. It actually kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio. This like berry shade right here. Like, tell me that does not look so similar, but if I was choosing between the Natasha Denona Cream Blush Formula and Finding Ferdinand wins every time. So, just gonna go ahead and go more gently with that shade. I still want you guys to see what it looks like, but I am going to be, you know, mindful of how fair my skin tone is. But again, I feel like it blends so easy. Like that was barely going in with any. Such a pretty tone. I'm actually struggling so hard to choose a favorite right now. Like I thought Sunrise was going to be my favorite, and I could see this being like a very wearable, like everyday blush. But Dusk, she's real pretty. Okay, again, going into Cozy, adding some more pink to this. I do still think it's going to look pretty purple just because of the base color. And I feel like you can see the pink tones just a touch more. Now going into Chilled. You can be generous with this. Like, I'm like doing this, like really picking it up because it is more subtle. Okay. I feel like this is about to be the purple blush of my dreams. I actually feel like it's softening it versus like I thought that these adjusters with the Dusk shade on my skin tone were going to make them more vibrant, but I think they actually softened the tones overall. So there is Dusk Chilled and there is Dusk with Cozy. Okay, now let's try out the glosses. So first we have the shade Cafe Noisette, which is supposed to be like a pretty sheer, like slightly brown, milky tone. Oh my God. You know what? That is the most perfect coffee smell I have smelled yet. And I bought so much coffee makeup that smelled like really bad chocolate. That's amazing. I'm actually shook. Like when Kackie was talking about this collection, I watched her collection video and she was saying that they did like a coffee scent. I like was like, ooh, like coffee scents just always smell so bad in cosmetics. I feel like I've never smelled like a single brand do it right. And they did it right. Like it smells like a strong coffee shop. It smells amazing, which, you know what? I'm not even surprised because their Limoncello lip gloss smells like the most beautiful fresh lemons to ever exist. So I'm really, really happy with that. Look how pretty she is. And then, you know what? I was going to swatch that, but I'm sorry. But I'm so excited for all these different winter scents. I just want to do swatches with you real quick before we try them on the lips. So next we have the shade Haute Cocoa, and this is supposed to be a little bit more of like a cool tone brownie gloss. Ooh, okay. I actually feel like I'm having a nostalgic moment. Like when I was a kid, I think I had some type of lip product that smelled like fake chocolate. And that's exactly what this smells like. Definitely not my favorite. This is definitely giving more artificial chocolatey vibes. I'm super impressed with the coffee one though, so. I mean, scents can be really hard to pull off, but look how beautiful that is. Such a pretty, cool brown. And then we have the shade Mulled Wine, which is supposed to be like a cinnamony apple wine smell. Okay. Okay, that smells amazing. So I thought this was going to be like a little bit more of a sheer red. It definitely has some good pigmentation to it, but I feel like that's super cute. The tone is perfect to go with the blushes. So if you walk in my house, you would be hit with the smell of like spiced apples, like the like little scent thingies that you put in the wall, like the little plugins. I love that scent. I don't buy any other one. I just get spiced apples all the time. So this literally smells like my house. I'm about it. So there's what the glosses look like up close. Super pretty. Let's go ahead and try them out. Starting off with Cafe Noisette. Oh my god, that's so pretty. It's pretty sheer, so I feel like it's adding just like the tiniest little bit of brown to my lips, but it looks really glossy. I would say it's a comfortable, like not super slick gloss, but it's also not thick either. It just feels like it's moisturizing. It feels like it's got, you know, something to hold it onto your lips, because I feel like there's a happy medium. If a gloss is too slippery, then like it's like, yeah, it looks beautiful, but it's only gonna last me 10 minutes. But if it's too thick, then like everything sticks in it and it's just like peeling your lips apart. I don't like that. This is like the perfect in between. The color is stunning. That could potentially end up being one of my favorite glosses ever. Next, going into Haute Coco. Ooh, that's so pretty. On my hand, it looked more opaque, but on my lips, I feel like you can still see like the pinky natural tone on my lips coming through. So this is just looking like a natural, like kind of pinky brown. I think that depending on your lip color, this could look completely different. If you don't have a lot of pink tones in your lips, this could look like just a super strong brown gloss. I actually think, ooh, this with a nice lip liner, like fully lining my lips underneath, just to cancel out some of that pink, would be super beautiful. But it looks so glossy. Like at this point, I'm just like, do I need to go on Finding Ferdinand's website and buy every single product that I don't own? Because I am very tempted. Okay, going into Mulled Wine. I cannot get over how good this smells. That is a juicy, juicy pink lip. Like a pinky red. Oh my god, and it smells like heaven. Like if you love cinnamon apples, if every lip gloss that I buy for the rest of my life came in this scent, I would be a happy girl. Okay, there she is. So that is all of the up close swatches. Let's go ahead and start doing some comparisons. All right, y'all. So for comparison's sake, I feel like we should go through and swatch every single blush that Finding Ferdinand has done, because I think it's going to be helpful for y'all. I have every single one of their core line, which I did purchase myself, and then I also have the Summer Abroad collection, which I received in PR. So I have it organized where we have like 4 coral, like orangey shades that I'm probably gonna swatch on my hand. We have 4 like brownie shades, and then for all of the berry, pink, purple-esque colors, we're gonna do just a line down my arm, because those are where all the new shades are. That way you can really see them against what already exists. Okay, so from their core line, I have the shade Skinny Dip, which is a really, really beautiful, soft, neutral pink, and it is very glowy. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see like the difference in the swatches, but here's what Skinny Dips looks like. I love her. And if you are curious about anything that I'm swatching right now, I have a full collection video doing face swatches of every single shade that existed before Apres. So definitely check that out. I'll have it in the cards here. Probably have in the description box, because I think it'll be really, really helpful for you. And then I thought next to that, we should definitely compare the shade Sunrise, which is the lightest blush in Apres. You can see it does have some similar tones happening there. The texture feels different. Like it is definitely a little thicker, a little less like glossy feeling, which makes me kind of sad. But here's what they look like next to one another. So Skinny Dip is a little more cool toned, a little bit more glossy, and Sunrise has more like neutral tones to it. And then we can go ahead and do High Noon next, the medium intensity shade from Apres right there, just so you can see. So in their core line, they do have a very true pink shade, which is called Attitude. To me, this is like the perfect Barbie pink. Very cool tone, very bright. So there's what she looks like. You can see that High Noon has more berry, more like red richness to it. And then they also do have a pink like berry shade in their core line, which is called Dessert. Again, I think this might be just a bit brighter. So again, I feel like Apres is like giving the tones of berry, of pink, but more neutral. And then we've got Cozy next, which I wanted to compare to Dessert, because I feel like they're kind of similar tones. The formula is pretty different though, because Cozy is much more sheer, but I feel like they look pretty similar like in the tube. or tube. I mean, look, they almost look the exact same, but they swatch pretty different. Next we have Dusk. Obviously another like berry pinky tone in comparison. And then next to that, let's go ahead and swatch out Chilled. You can see has definitely more purple happening there. And then I really wanted to swatch Faux, which is the deepest shade of their core line in comparison. I know it looks very red, very like burgundy-esque in the pot, but it does come off a little bit, you know, softer. So it might compare. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I feel like it's similar to Dawn in a way, but just like a more red version. Lastly, for this little section, I feel like I need to swatch out Frenchie, which is their purple blush. I feel like we've done a lot of like purple berry tones today, but this is the most beautiful, like true purple. I love this shade so, so much. So there's what she looks like in comparison to everything going on. So we've still got some room on the arm, so let's go ahead and swatch out the beiges just so you can compare. We've got the shade Latte. Like I said, this is from the Summer Broad collection. You can kind of see the texture there, and that's from it shipping and being kind of weird. But I just love how glowy these are, so I could care less about them coming a little bit funky. So I actually feel like Latte and Sunrise do have some similarities, but Sunrise is a little bit more pink and it looks a little bit more intense. I feel like in comparison, Latte looks slightly more sheer. And then we've got the beige shade Olay. Looks like this. Again, just more on like the brownie tone of things. We've got Macchiato, which was the deepest beige from the Summer Broad collection. So there's what she looks like. Okay, so we've got the shade Paloma, which is a really beautiful soft coral. Just looks like that. We've got Spritz, which is the medium intensity coral from Summer Broad. I'm just kind of swatching these a little bit quicker because I don't feel like we have like a comparison here. I'm just kind of showing you really quick just in case you had a question. But I do feel like these are completely different. We've got the shade Sumo, which is from their core line, and it's like a really beautiful kind of orangey red. There's Sumo. And then we have Aperitif, which is the deepest intensity from the Summer Broad corals right here. Okay, so there is all of the Finding Ferdinand blushes swatched out. I don't think we have anything too similar. I feel like everything stands on its own. But at this point, I'm like, can these just like please not be limited edition? I really hope that getting to see everything swatched on my face, getting to see all of the comparisons was helpful for y'all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and just a huge congratulations to Kackie. This collection was done really beautifully. I'll make sure to leave her channel down below, as well as her like launch video, so you can check out all of the inspiration and details behind every single shade, because I do feel like that's really helpful, and you can definitely see the artist's vision right there. So I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.